Rainollon here. Today is yet again another build showcase, and it's the Tug and Lug. The Tug and Lug are a brand new melee weapon, sword and shield. So let me show you. But first, the mods. The mods I'm using in my Tug and Lug. I'm using Voltaic Strike, Electricity Stash Chance, and Shocking Touch for electricity to make electricity the highest damage type and also gives it a little bit of stash chance. Killing Blow for melee damage and heavy attack Vina Speed. Organ Shatter for critical damage. You can use Amalgam Organ Shatter to give yourself more Vina Speed, but it does reduce your critical damage by 5. Galvanize Elementalist for status damage. Galvanize Steel for critical chance, and Galvanize Reflect heavy attack efficiency. These guys have the exact same system, so after 4 kills they're going to give you something. Elementalist gives you 120% stash chance. This gives you 120% critical damage, and this gives you 80 initial combo, which is 5x combo all the time. And the last mod, Prime Pressure Point for melee damage. These are the mods. For the Arcane melee influence, we have electricity, so on electricity status effect, there's a 20% chance for elemental status effect to apply to every enemy in a 20-meter radius for 18 seconds. This is going to help you out a lot to clear. The weapon does come with a very good passive on a heavy attack, which we will focus. You toss the blade in a wide area, inflicting a guaranteed blast proc. So we have a guaranteed blast proc that has a chance to proc electricity with this stash chance here and this stash chance that is going to spread blast and electricity in 20-meter radius, which is quite nice for clear. For the stats, the attack speed is average, range is average, combo is average, follow through is horrible, ribbon disposition is really bad, I will not recommend. Critical chance is slightly above average, crit multi is slightly below average, and stash chance is above average. Total damage is fine-ish, and overall the heavy attack is also fine. Nothing special, nothing mind-blowing. So those are the stats, the passive, the mods, the arcane, and I think it's nice for me to show you against the enemies. So I'm going to spawn the corrupted Bellow Group dudes, level 205, Steel Path. So we are only going to focus on the heavy attack. So the way you do the heavy attack, you press the alternative fire mode button, which is the middle mouse, to toss it in front of you. It hits a couple of times, and as you can see, it constantly procs blast. In that blast, we have a chance to proc electricity, and then we are going to battle the 20% chance to spread the electricity and blast in 20-meter radius. So if I toss it, and I manage to proc, influence, I also have to kill enemies real quick. There we go. It's spreading the blast in the 20-meter radius. It's spreading the electricity in 20-meter radius. And as you can see, it doesn't have bad at all. But it's best for me to show you this weapon in-game. So let's go. And we are finally in. Up against the corrupted enemies, the Void, Steel Path of course. It's survival. The map is called Mod. I'm going to show you this weapon in here. No buffs or armor strip, just raw damage from the weapon itself. And as you can see, it hits enemies multiple times. Has a chance to proc electricity, has a guaranteed chance to proc blast, which is going to proc like 2 to 3 blasts, which is kind of nice. And the clear overall does exist. The single target matters in terms of you have to be in a very specific range. So you have to be like here, enemies have to be like here. So when you toss it, it hits enemies multiple times in that direction. That's how the weapon is designed. I do have problems with this guy, which is you can't really aim this projectile that you're tossing. It's always in your level. So you can aim it up or down. It's always the exact same range, the exact same place where you're going to toss it. I'm not a big fan of that. And we technically do have a weapon like this that has a much better control of how you toss it, and it's the Wolf Sledge. And the Wolf Sledge also has a guaranteed chance to proc blast when you toss it, and it's also an influence setup, and you can aim it, and it homes and other stuff, right? This thing doesn't do that. But I did test this and the Wolf Sledge, and I realized that the Wolf Sledge is a better clear weapon than this. But this thing is a better single target than the Wolf Sledge, mostly because it hits multiple times. Especially once the Acolyte spawns, you're going to see the Acolyte dies quite fast. Nothing special. It's a MR10, and it's designed for new players. It's a very easy weapon to obtain. You have to fight like level 20s, and the mission is quite easy. It's a capture like 4 to 6 revives and operator and stuff. You know, it's very simple. Stat-wise, it's nothing mind-blowing. It's like really good for newer players. Especially if they somehow have influence set up and manage to get some galvanized mods. They leveled it up to like, what is it? To +8 out of 10. Those galvanized mods. So you have a really high stash chance, crit damage, and initial combo. So they can have a ton of fun with this guy. Alright, there's the Acolyte, huge. Let's see. I mean, guaranteed chance to proc Blast when electricity that spreads that is always satisfying. Blast is really good for clear as well. Alright, there's the Acolyte. So you can hit Acolytes multiple times. Look at that. Isn't that really nice? So if he was... So he was here and I tossed this. So this thing hits multiple times. So you just have to position yourself to like do a ton of damage. And that was also without any buffs or armor strip. And that guy disappeared. It's quite nice. It's just quite nice. Toss it here. Boop. I wonder if War is going to spawn. That was kinda disgusting. He just disappeared, just one heavy attack. It's very interesting, just very interesting. I feel like it's kinda lazy how they designed it. You can't really aim this thing. It's always the exact same place you're going to toss it. But it's overall a usable weapon, especially for new players. I think new players will like this a lot. Right, I think I'm done here. Time for me to extract, and I'll be right back. That was fine. That was absolutely fine. Nothing special, nothing new. It didn't introduce any new mechanics. It's just a heavy attacker that has a really good overall stats on the heavy attack. Hits multiple times, guaranteed blast, spreads it with influence. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Nothing like horrible, nor really overpowered or really good. It's a usable weapon. If you're a new player, you're going to like this weapon a lot. I can see it. It's just overall a solid weapon overall. That's the build, that's the weapon. I hope you enjoyed the build. Thank you yet again everybody for watching. Leave a like, sub, and of course, see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.